Okay. What message did you receive? As for me, would love to share unconditional love and calmness. So that's, the message that I receive, from God. How about you? What have you? Oh, wow. Stay calm. Peace. Amazing. We have almost similar message. I am with you. You are strong. Love. Wow. So beautiful, no? All right. So beautiful to begin a webinar in that way. You are not alone. I am with you. Awesome. Okay. So allow me to introduce myself. For those of you who's it's first time to be with me, can you do a heart react if this is your first time to be with me? Okay. How can I see that? Okay. So, okay. So, if this is your first time to be with me, allow me to, madami ha? Madami. Okay, madami na, okay. Wow, amazing. Hi. Okay, so it's your first time. So, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Beverly Fernandez. You may call me Bev, Counselor Bev, Bev, So, I am dedicated and I'm a licensed counselor with over a decade of experience in the field. I have a PhD in counseling and I specialize Okay, and I specialize in helping working professionals achieve breakthroughs through wellness solutions, which I will share to you a little later after the program. So this is a holistic approach to workplace well-being. I'm also a theta healing practitioner and a theta healing instructor. So I have worked with different companies, local, national, and even international companies. I offer wellness solutions, trainings, in their company for their employees, either that be one-on-one as part of their employee, how do you call this? Employee support, or even as private client. So I do counseling online. Yeah. I do all of my counselings, all of my services that are therapy or in line with counseling, I do it online. So for training, either I do it online or face to face, whatever the client will request. I have also served as a speaker during the 2023 Summer Counselor Conference. These are all American counselors. Okay, so it's nice to, wow, so awesome. It's so lovely to be with all of you. So let's talk about, our webinar is about creating calm chaos, how to manage our anxiety. Before I teach you how to manage your anxiety, let's first have a disclaimer. Okay, I am a counselor. Okay, meaning when I share about anxiety, know that what I'm talking about is the daily anxiety that we may be experiencing. So this is not a clinical lens, okay? This is not like general anxiety disorder or any anxiety disorders. I am not talking about that. I am talking about our daily experiences of anxiety. Okay, so what is anxiety? And, are you experiencing anxiety? Now, when we identify anxiety, this is very important. It's very important that we know where are we, what level, what range. So with that, let's do an anxiety check-in. Now, this is very important. I have a question. Meron po bang, is there a student here in the group? Can you just thumbs up if you're a student and heart react if you're working or you're into business? Okay, thumbs up, heart if you're a working professional or you're into business, and thumbs up. Okay, got it. So the reason why I asked if you're a student or if you're a working professional, because what I prepared for today is actually for working professionals. Sabi ng mga students. Don't worry because you will be able to use this in the near future. You will be working professionals too. So what you can do I will be showing you an assessment tool to identify the severity of your anxiety level. Okay? So what you can do instead is shift the words. If you see workplace, if it has something to do with workplace, you can shift that to school, school demands. Okay? Can you do that? Is that okay with you? Yes? Okay. Right. So go ahead. We will do an assessment. Please prepare your journal and your paper, and thumbs up if you already have it with you. And we will start. Okay, awesome. Right. So this is the workplace anxiety check-in. So this is a tool designed to help you gauge your current level of workplace anxiety. Again, just shift the word workplace to school if you're a student, or if you're into business, just write it, to your business. Okay? So let's start. Let's do the check-in. And introduction, workplace anxiety check-in. So in today's fast-paced and demanding work environment, professionals usually experience stress and anxiety. So it's very important to know which level of anxiety you are in, and we will have some recommendation that you need to do. Okay? So if you're in the moderate to severe, then, this webinar is exactly for you. So let's start how to use this tool, complete the assessment, reflect on your score, and for moderate to severe, please, you need to take an action. Okay? So instructions. This is very short. This is very quick. It's only a 6-item workplace anxiety check-in. Okay? So for each statement, choose the response that best describes how you felt over the past 2 weeks. Then total your score at the end to see where you stand. Okay? So part 1, self-assessment questionnaire. I feel stressed about meeting deadlines at work or school. Okay? 0, not at all. 1, several days. 2, more than half the days. 3, nearly every day. So what we're looking into is for the past 2 weeks. Okay? Next. I have trouble unwinding after work. Okay? I'm not sure, there are some prompts, but you can answer on your how do you call this? I have 9. Okay. You can answer on your journals for the meantime. Okay? And you can share your total scores later on if you want to. Okay. Number 3, I worry about job security or performance reviews. Okay, 0, 1, 2, or 3 for the past 2 weeks. Number 4, I feel nervous during meetings or presentations at work. Okay, 0, 1, 2, or 3. Next, I struggle to balance work responsibilities with my personal life. Hmm. Next, my anxiety is affecting my productivity and job performance. Okay? Wow. All right. So, thumbs up again if you're done. If you're done answering the 6 items. Okay, great. Now, part 2, scoring guide. total the number, okay, total the number of your score. Okay? 0 to 5, that's mild. Your anxiety is at manageable level. You might experience occasional stress, but it doesn't significantly affect your work performance. Continue practicing work-life balance and stress management techniques to maintain well-being. Okay? So, yeah, only if you want to share, go ahead and share your total score. Okay, what's your total score? Pwede pong pakibalik sa question number 3. Oh, okay. Question number 3. I worry about job security or performance reviews. Okay? Okay. Now, let's total your score. Those are your scores. 7, 7, 6, 5, 5. Okay, so that's mild. Wow. 11. Wow. 9, 11. Wow. Okay. 0. Hi, Surendra. Okay. 11. Wow. 8. 5. Okay. 6 to 10, it's moderate anxiety. Anxiety is affecting your work life more frequently. You may find it harder to relax after work or feel more stressed about deadlines and job security. Wow. Consider implementing stress reduction strategies, which we will be teaching you later on. 11 to 15 is severe anxiety. Meron bang naka 16 to 18? Parang ang the highest score that I've seen is so far 11. Okay? So this is already severe anxiety. It's a significant part of your daily work experience and may be affecting your productivity and job satisfaction. Okay? So consider working with a counselor. Check with your community with your job, if you have employee assistance program or EAP. Okay? And then we have 16 to 18 points and super sakto that you are here in this webinar because this is really for you. So if your scores are from 6 to 10, 11 to 15, moderate to severe, hopefully there's no extreme, very severe. Anxiety is overwhelming and likely impacting your work and your personal life. Immediate action is necessary. Reach out to a mental health professional. Okay? So here are the different recommendations, and here are some reflection questions that you can do. Now, what are the things that we can do in order to manage our anxiety for those who are experiencing moderate to severe? Number one is, you can do mindful breathing. You can do gratitude journaling. Okay? When we say mindful breathing, it's a grounding technique using your breath. Okay? It's a type of breath work. Okay? So let's try to do mindful breathing. Okay? I'll stop this. I'll stop my share. Okay. So let's try mindful breathing. Okay. So what we can do is to gently inhale. Let's do a cleansing breath. So I will count 1 to 3. Okay. And we will inhale. And as you inhale, just witness clarity, calmness coming in your system. Hold it and release tension from your system. Release anxiety. Okay? So let's do that all together. And let's just do it 3 rounds. Okay? So ready? Heart react if you're ready to do the breath work or mindful breathing technique. Okay, great. Okay, just find your most relaxed space. Okay? You may close your eyes if you want to. If you're not comfortable, it's also okay. And you can do a check-in. Just try to close your eyes. 1, 2, 3. If you're comfortable, it's okay. If you're not comfortable, you can keep your eyes open and just focus on a single point in your space. Okay? And let's do that. Inhale. Hold. And release. Out to your mouth. One more round of cleansing breath. Inhale. Hold. And release. One last round of cleansing breath. Inhale. Hold. And release. And open your eyes. Oh, wow. How does that feel for you? Can you go ahead and type one word? How does that feel for you? I felt grounded. Wow, amazing. Okay. How about the others? How does it feel? Calm and composed. Surprising, relieved, relaxed. So amazing, no? And that's so cool. The breath is so powerful, comforting, relaxed. So powerful because what we just did is just 3 rounds. 3 rounds of cleansing breath. Okay? Just for a demo. So imagine if you will do that, like, 4 times. Okay? So what you can do, you can do that 3 rounds and another 3 rounds. And you can even increase the seconds of holding your breath of inhale because I did three counts in my head. So you can expand it and expand it. And so much clarity after that cleansing breath. So amazing, no? Okay. Next one. Next exercise that you can do is gratitude or journaling. Okay? Now can you go ahead and share why is it important that we do why are you I will share to you later why is it important. Why are we doing the cleansing breath? Why are we doing the gratitude or the journaling? Type down in the comment section, in the chat box, what are you most grateful for today? Friends. Okay. Life. Opportunities. Family. For waking up and spending another day. I'm grateful for letting myself give time to know myself better. Life. To be invited in this webinar. Thank you. Today, binagoong talong made by my mother. Love it. My time with Jesus at adoration. Lovely. Family. Wow. So beautiful, no? Now, can you just go ahead and find awareness? How does it make you feel when you were able to identify what are you most grateful for today? How does that make you feel? Happy and calm. Emotional, haha. I hope that's neutrally emotional. Leia. Happy, peaceful, serene and peaceful. Right? Okay? Contented and peaceful. Now, so I would love to share to you. This is very important. Whatever you focus on, teary-eyed with joy. Whatever you focus on expands. So if you focus on negativity, it will expand. If you focus on gratitude, it will expand and you will attract more things in your life to be grateful for. That's why, that's the reason why we're doing mindful breathing. That's why we're doing gratitude or journaling. Okay? Because these practices are practices that will bring you to here and now. Okay? Why is it important to bring you to here and now? The reason why people are sad, experiencing sadness or depression, loneliness, is because the person you are living in the past. Okay? If you're feeling regret, if you're feeling resentful, okay, that's because your space is in the past. Now, if you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling worried, okay, it's because you are in the future. Your mind is in the future. That's why you're feeling anxious. Now, what's the answer? How do we shift that? How do we shift depression? How do we shift anxiety? It's to bring ourselves back to the present because in reality, that's all we have. All we have is here and now. There's an illusion of future and the past is no longer here. Okay? The reason why we're teaching you mindful breathing and gratitude is because this will bring you into now. Okay. Third, third tip, third exercise that you can do, physical activity. Okay, physical activity. Now, I want you to be careful with this, with the physical activity. You know, I have a client. Okay, I have a client who is anxious in terms of her work and business. So she's juggling work, business, and what she did is she's doing like some track and field exercises. Okay, so this is like sort of her, how do you call this? Like her, I forgot the term, but like coping. Yeah, this is her coping mechanism because she's so stressed at work. You know, she what she does is she needs to get out and really fill her day after work. She will do running, go to the gym until, you know, she used to love it. She used to love working out. But you know what happened? Now she's just so not into working out. She's just so not into running, something that she's so passionate about before. She no longer loved it. Okay? I'm not saying that physical activity is not a good practice. Okay? But if it's a stand alone and you're doing that to manage your anxiety, it it could have a boomerang effect. Okay? Okay. So what happened here is association. Okay. So when we say association, she trained her brain that whenever she's anxious, whenever she's experiencing negative emotion, she's coupling it with working out. Okay. Now her brain identifies stress, anxiety, trauma, negative emotion with working out, with running. Okay. So now, every time she's working out, because it's already associated, the brain, you know, it has difficulty associating from one thing to another. And because she coupled them, the brain is now thinking, oh, because of working out, I'm experiencing this. Okay. So what I suggest is, of course, a lot of studies are showing that physical activity really improves our, you know, our happy hormones, our positive hormones, right? But be careful to couple it with other tools and mechanisms, especially working on your belief. Okay? Just go ahead, please, and type down all your questions. We will have a free Q&A portion by the end of our webinar. Okay, so Christine, please help me, how do you call this, take note of all the questions later on. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, just feel free to type down your questions. We'll answer that later on by the end of our webinar. Number 4 is digital detox. There's a study, that digital detox would actually decrease rate of going to a therapist and even experiences of depression and anxiety. And then progressive muscle relaxation, which we will do later on. And then positive affirmation. Positive affirmation is actually like a mantra. Make a positive mantra. Okay? So just like what I shared earlier, whatever you focus on expands. I would love to share to you that the most powerful, grabe no, grabing adverb, the most powerful tool in the universe is word. Okay? That's even a law, no? The Four Agreements. Have you read that book? Okay. If you haven't read that book, I highly recommend you to read Four Agreements. And the first agreement is be impeccable with your word. Okay. It goes both ways. Okay? It goes both ways. Like for example, if you're saying bad things about yourself, okay? It's the same thing, it's the same effect as you saying bad things about other people. Know this, the mind doesn't know what, the mind has no external experience of another person. There is no Bev here. There is no other people here. This is just you. This is just you and your experience. This is just you and an experience of a webinar. So whatever you're saying to another person is your brain interpreting that as you saying that to yourself. Okay? Right. So those are simple techniques that you can do for yourself. Okay? And that's our check-in. Now I want to share to you another way on how you can work on your anxiety. And this is through self-mentoring. Okay? Self-mentoring is a class that I am teaching. And the way of self-mentoring is really teaching the tool because I'm a counselor, right? So what I do is I work on clients. But know this, the greatest gift that we can give to another person is really having the ability, having the tools and techniques to work on themselves so that even if you don't have a counselor 24, you don't have a counselor, a therapist with you 24/7. So if the person experiences anxiety or negative emotion, then you have the self-mentoring tool to help you work on yourself, right? And self-mentoring can be learned by anyone. Self-mentoring can be experienced and can be taught and can be learned by anyone. So what is self-mentoring? Self-mentoring believes that there are 3 pillars of wellness. And that's the body, the mind, and the spirit. Okay? So for body, it emphasizes the importance of sleep, hydration, beauty, movement, nutrition. Okay? For the mind, we will look into your past. So for example, for anxiety, most of my clients who are experiencing anxiety are actually experiencing fear of death. Okay? So the anxiety, the difficulty of breathing, difficulty of focusing. I even have a client, I wouldn't say his background na, but you know, he's a contractor and part of his job is to drive to and to his business, no? And now, because of his anxiety attacks, he can no longer drive. Okay? And that's why he went to me because he's already, sort of, he has no way na on how to work on himself. It's already affecting his business. Not having the ability to drive is already affecting his business. Okay? So when we look into him, when I worked with him, we found out that his past is actually about what? Fear of death. Okay? So we will look into your past. Another thing that you will learn from past is your forgiveness. Okay? There is one of our hooks in our past is our resentment with ourselves and with other people. And we need to work on that in order for us to unstuck, release ourselves from the past. Okay? Learn the lesson. Okay? It's very important that we learn our lesson. So, yes, we release our past, but we also learn a lesson. And we need to integrate that in our present. And to visualize our future. Okay? So for example, what you want to work on is, Miss Bev, I'm experiencing anxiety. We will look into your past. Why did you experience anxiety? Get the lesson, tap into your future. Your future could be your, what's your future? Like your most relaxed self, your most nonchalant self, your most smart, or your most calm, composed, neutral. Yeah, love that. Your most neutral self. Seeing things, situations as they are. We will tap into that, get the wisdom, and integrate all of that in your present. Now you might ask me, Miss Bev, how? Okay? How do we do that? Okay, so you've taught us the basic techniques of, mindful breathing, gratitude, physical activity. Now, how do we do self-mentoring? Okay, so if you are, interested, the highest part of that, the glue, okay, the glue of self-mentoring program is gluing that with our connection to God. Okay? So having the belief that God is there, God will be the one to release us from our past, connect us to our future, and glue that, all the wisdom, to your present, and that's all God. Okay, so that is the framework of the Wellness Solutions program. So that's self-mentoring. Okay, now if you want to learn self-mentoring program, okay, I would love to teach you the techniques, the specific techniques, and I would love to invite you in the self-mentoring program. Okay? So self-mentoring program, here you will get a manual. So you will have a self-mentoring manual. This is a 2-day class. This is a 2-day program. So this is on September 15 and 25. Okay? You will also get an exclusive WhatsApp group for accountability program. Whenever I teach a class, I also do a follow-up and give some exercises with my students. Okay? Now, if you will get, if you will avail the self-mentoring. So this is the self-mentoring class. If you will avail self-mentoring today for the next 24 hours, you will get an everyday mindfulness workbook, which you can use. Okay, you can use for yourself. There are 10 activities, everyday mindfulness. My favorite activity in mindfulness is mindful walking. Okay, we will teach you that. Another bonus is the creative imagery book. Creative imagery is really beautiful because this includes 33 powerful scripts. So if you want to work with your abundance, with your forgiveness, with your calmness, creative imagery is a compilation of all the scripts that I created in the past. We compiled that, and you have a script that you can follow. So these are all the bonuses that you will have if you will enroll in the self-mentoring program. Okay, happening on September 15 and is that 22? Yeah, September 15 and 22. So that's everyday mindfulness workbook. That's for free. You'll get wellness solutions manual, and you will also receive creative imagery 33 scripts for you that you can use for yourself. Okay? Here's another bonus. By the way, this bonus number 3 is only available until the end of our webinar. Okay? So if you will enroll by the end of our webinar, you will get a 60 minutes one-on-one coaching with me. If you want to work with me, and per session is 3,300. Okay, for 30 minutes session, that's 3,300. For international rates, for those who are those in international or other countries, whether you're Filipino or not, that's $100. Okay? Now, for the fast action bonus, get a free one-on-one coaching with me if you will enroll by the end, before our webinar ends. I would like to share to you my testimonials of my former clients. Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. So this one, so go ahead and you can read it. Okay. This client came to me, and for lack of better word, he was feeling desperate. He came to me and he said, Ate, he calls me Ate, Ate Bev, baliw ba ako? That's what he said. Okay? In English, he said, Bev, am I crazy? Okay? And it's like I was his last resort. Okay? And he went to me for a session. And after a single session, he availed like 3 or 4 sessions with me. After a single session, after he went out of the room, that's what he shared, that there's a big shift that was so noticeable from his end and from his family. Okay? So again, what we work on, he was having anxiety and panic attack. When I work with him, it's also about fear of death. Okay, so at first you will think that, oh, it's about worry or it's about this, but know that anxiety is just a symptom. There's a deeper root. Okay, there's a deeper root. And the different management tools that are available out there, it's just working on your symptoms, just working on the grass, on what's visible. But what you really need to work on is something deeper. We need to dig deeper and know really that the root. Okay? This one. So this is the one that I'm sharing to you. So this is a contractor. He's into business and he's really having a difficulty already driving. He did a session for me. He did a session with me. And after our session, he gave me an update. Wow, he's so happy because he could already drive. Okay? Can already drive. And he's so happy about that. here. Okay. So again, this client he already prayed to God because he tried a lot of, how do you call this? He tried working with a doctor, medical doctor. And no, and it wasn't about his physical illness. Sabi ng doctor, the doctor said, no, everything is okay with you. You're physically healthy. Okay? So he went to me. Okay, usually clients will come to you when the doctors will say, no, physically you're so okay. I think you need to go to a therapist. Okay? And when everything is a no, and wow, when all the doors are, closing on in you, no, in on you, then that's the time that you really have to say yes to yourself. This one, wow, this one. This is an emergency call. This is an emergency call. And what I was doing as a band-aid, like as a psychological first aid, okay, is I was doing like, relaxation, grounding technique, breath work, cleansing breath. But it's not working. It's not working for the wife. Oh my gosh. And this is just online. This is just via call. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. So what we did, I did a full session right there and then. But please don't come to me, I'm not encouraging emergency sessions, but this person is someone I personally know. So I said yes. Okay, but I do not encourage emergency sessions. His wife was having a panic attack. Like her hands were like this. Her hands, she cannot move them, and it's like, just freeze. Basta. It's like just, and she cannot breathe and all that. Okay, and we did, and the grounding exercise is not working on her. So I was thinking of, doing a first aid so that they could, you know, bring her to the hospital. No, but it's not working. So what I did is that I did a full session on on a phone. Okay, on a phone, on a video call. And the belief of the panic is resentment to herself. Galit sa sarili. She hated herself so much. And this is just, the freezing of the hand, immobility, difficulty breathing. These are just symptoms. So I worked with her, and according to her wife, it's just like a miracle. And even the husband couldn't believe what happened. In the span of one session is usually 50 to 60 minutes. And like, wow, it's just like, miracle. Okay? And you will get that. You will get a free one-on-one coaching with me with whatever it is that you want to work on. If you want to work on with resentment with the self, want to work on with your anxiety, if you want to work on with the past, present, or future, you'll get that for free. If you will enroll the self-mentoring program. So the total value that you will get, the class, the self-mentoring program is 4,900. Everyday mindfulness, if you will want to have that, that's 1,000 pesos. Creative imagery is 1,000 pesos. One-on-one coaching with me is 3,300. Okay? That's a total of 10,200. But if you will get that class, okay, you will only pay 4,900. Okay? I'll give the class to you for 4,900 pesos. But, so that's the self-mentoring class for you. But, if you will get that, if you will enroll in the class before we finish our Q&A later on, you will get that. I'll give you a 1,000 pesos off, and you can just get the class for 3,900. So this is the QR code. Christine will share to you the link in the chat box. Okay, in the chat box where you can click and get the class. Okay? So once again, that's the link for our self-mentoring program. You can click on the link and you can enroll, and you can, you can just use this QR code to take the class and get all the freebies, get all the one-on-one coaching with me for free before our webinar ends. So once again, this is the self-mentoring program. I will teach you, okay, not only theories, I will let you experience it. I will let you apply it so you know how to do it for yourself and for another person, okay? And connecting to God. So once again, secure your spot. This fast action bonus will expire within 24 hours. The one-on-one coaching will end just until our webinar, okay? So wow, this is a total value from 10,200. You'll get the class, you'll get a WhatsApp group, you'll get the manual, you'll get creative imagery scripts, you'll get a one-on-one coaching with me for free, all for 3,900 pesos or $65. Okay? So these are the feedback of my former students who enrolled the self-mentoring program. I was truly amazed when I heard about wellness solutions from Miss Bev. I believe this is the answer I've been looking for. Okay? Miss Bev has a quite different approach in teaching wellness solutions, and you will experience that yourself. Okay, so I hope to see you in class. That will be on September 15 and September 22. I hope you can go ahead and, just say yes to yourself and experience, and apply self-mentoring. Wow. So we are down to our frequently asked questions. We will be answering some frequently asked questions. Okay. All right. So first question that we have is, okay, what if I wasn't able to join the class? Okay. The 2 days, because it's 2 days. Okay. Um, if you will not be able to join the 2 days, since this is, you can join in a different batch. Okay. But it's a requirement that you finish the 10-hour program. So it's a week apart because I want you to integrate all the lessons and all the techniques. We will have mentoring in between. That's why we have a spacing. Okay? So, yes, you may miss a class, but in order for you to receive a certificate of completion, you need to finish the class. You can join a different batch. Okay? Okay. Okay. So, next question. Okay. Okay. Are there any other questions before I answer? Okay. All right. So one more question is, yes, we will get certificate of completion. You will get certificate of completion in self-mentoring class. Okay. All right. So let's try to answer some of the questions. This is from May. Hello, may I ask if anxiety and depression is genetic? Wow. You know what? What's really beautiful, May Angeli, and for everyone, did you know that all genetics, how do you call this? Like all diseases that are genetics, it's actually only 5% contributory to our diseases, to all the diseases that we have. Okay? So to answer your question, yes, but its influence is only roughly around 3 to 5%. So it's really a surprising new emerging research because initially we thought that, anxiety and depression or, all these diseases are actually what? big part of it is genetics, no? But actually, no. The 95% of this is lifestyle. Okay? So to answer your question, yes, May Angeli. Gian, will there be a replay? Yes, there will be a replay. Will allow us to, to send that to you for on like couple of days from now. Okay? David, what is the seventh technique? Okay, what is the seventh technique? Okay, the seventh technique is visualization. Okay, which you will experience before our class ends. Okay, Ina, paano po pag gut issues? Is that related to anxiety too? Yes. Okay, actually, it's a two-way road, Ina. Okay, the gut issue could be triggering the anxiety, and even the anxiety could be triggering the gut issue. Okay, that's why in the self-mentoring program, we're also working on your physical health. Okay, what are other options for an atheist to help him her work on the spiritual pillar of wellness? Hmm. Wow. Thank you, KM, for this question. You know what? We were actually, Joe, Christine, and we were talking about this like couple of weeks ago. And you asked this person what or who is God for that person. Okay? So you allow the person to, you explore, okay? You explore what is the definition of God to that person. Okay. Okay. So are there any other questions before we end? None? Okay. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay. Let me just hang the. Okay. Hello, will we receive a certificate for this webinar? Okay. Yes, so thank you for that. We will be sharing to you on the comment section on the chat box a link where you can request a certificate for this webinar and also the copy of the workplace anxiety check-in. For those who will be requesting for a certificate and the workplace anxiety check-in assessment and workbook, there's an admin fee, a minimal fee of 400 pesos as an admin fee. So that's the link where you can request for a certificate inclusive of the workplace workbook, okay, and the assessment tool. Okay, so you can just go ahead and, request in the link provided. Okay, so are there no more questions? Wow. Please go ahead and connect with me if you love this kind of contents. I am sharing to you the different, need permission. Okay, can't open link. Okay, let me just update the link. Okay, let me just update the access to this one. Okay, can you check if it's okay now from your end? If the link is already good from your end? Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Right. So with that, if there are no more questions, again, would really, really, would really love you to have you in the self-mentoring class. And I hope to see you in class. Okay? So with that, let us close our class with the experience of the visualization. So I will combine both, how do you call this? I will combine both visualization, okay, and the progressive muscle relaxation. Okay. Click nyo po yung view, yung parang eye logo. Okay. All right. So with that, okay, kindly go ahead and prepare. Just give me 1 minute. I'll just get my headset para lang mas clear yung aking audio, okay? Okay. All right. Okay. So go ahead, find your most comfortable space. I cannot, and then heart react if you now are ready to do our closing exercise on creating calm in chaos, managing your anxiety. Okay? How about the others? Okay. Awesome. Okay. So with that, let's find our most comfortable space. Find your most comfortable position. Okay? If you are seated, it's okay. If you're lying on your bed, it's also okay. Place your hands on top of your lap, on top of your thigh, whether facing the earth or facing the sky, on your thigh, okay? So if you think that you need more calmness, more grounding, just place your hands on your thigh, okay? And if you think you need more abundance, if you want to receive something today, then place your hands on your thigh facing the sky. Okay. And when you're ready, just gently close your eyes. 1, 2, 3. Command your body to relax, relax, relax. Bring your awareness on the space between your eyebrow. Perhaps there's tension. Perhaps none, it's okay. But if there's tension, just go ahead, pull that, and release it out your system through your cleansing breath. And inhale calmness. Keep it inside your body. And release tension. Now bring your awareness in your heart space. If you're hearing sounds from my space or your space, just notice it and bring back your awareness to your heart space. Go inside your heart space. Okay? And if you're feeling distracted, just bring back your awareness to your heart space. And in your heart space, you are in your safe space. You are in a beautiful space. And in your beautiful space, this is peaceful, this is calm, this is loving. Full cancel. negative feelings, negative thoughts. And in your heart space, you see your future self. Your future self is your most neutral self. And your most neutral self has all the wisdom and has all the knowledge for you to be neutral. Now, I want you to go ahead and ask your most neutral self what it is that you need to do, what it is that you need to work on to be in the space of neutrality. Now you can go ahead and hear that and learn the tool or advice or message from your most neutral self. And you can go ahead and say, thank you, thank you, thank you, neutral self. Thank you, most neutral self, for the guidance. Thank you for the wisdom. Thank you for the advice. You can inhale and exhale. And you can come back to your safe space. You can come back to here and now. Gently come back. Gently come back to here and now. And you can gently blink, open your eyes. Okay? Wow. All right. Whew. How are you? Okay. How is that? How is that meditation for you? What wisdom, what knowledge did you receive? Peaceful, awesome, feel good and relax. What message did you receive? For me, I receive need to do like a session about, triggers. Focus on the present, peaceful quietness. Wow, awesome. You know, so once again, I would love, you will learn that if you enjoyed that, if you enjoyed that experience, I would love to invite you to come and join me. So you will experience that. That's just one. You will experience a 10-hour self-development, self-mentoring techniques that you can learn, you can experience, and you can apply after because I'll be teaching you the technique. Okay? So if this is something that you enjoyed and you learned from it, I would love to invite you in the I would love to invite you to come and join me in the self-mentoring class happening on September 15 and 22. So once again, thank you so much for joining us. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for your time. I honor your time. I honor you coming and joining. Feel sleepy. Okay? Thank you so much. You are welcome. Once again, thank you so much and may God bless us all. Bye-bye.